Yo, welcome back. It is now nighttime. Honestly didn't do a ton today. Pretty much worked for most of the day. Wrapped up around like 9 p.m., which is pretty late, but luckily I'm done. So for the rest of the evening, I was hoping to do a little bit of brainstorming. Last week it was my partner's birthday, and while we already did a bit to celebrate, like we went hiking, went to an onsen, and went to dinner afterwards. Recently she's been talking a bit about the restaurants that she misses from back in New York. And I thought it might be fun to do like a little tasting menu of sorts. Basically pick out like a few dishes that she used to like and try to recreate them here. But as I've been thinking through it, I feel like there's two challenges. The first is that just being in like Asia and Japan, the variety of ingredients you find at supermarkets is different than what you'd expect like on the East Coast and in the US. And so like certain peppers, vegetables, fruits, spices just aren't as easily as accessible here. So figuring out how to adapt recipes to like match the ingredients here is one hurdle. And then the other is that just in terms of like my kitchen setup here, it's much more limited than what I'm used to. Like I don't have a microwave yet, still don't have like an oven for like roasting and baking and stuff like that. And then I left most of my plug-in appliances back in the US as well. So like no stand mixer or blender. But for some reason I decided to bring a food processor. So that could come in handy. But yeah, the plan is to do some brainstorming and hopefully come up with some ideas. All right, I'm done brainstorming. I have a few ideas. The way I kind of try to structure the menu is like in 4 sections. So the first being like an appetizer of sorts, the second being like either a veggie or a soup dish, the third being a main, and then the fourth being dessert. For the appetizers and snacks, I had 3 ideas. One was from this restaurant called Leland. They had this trout, I don't know how to say this. Let's see.
Rillette. The S at the end is silent, but in English it'd be fine to say rillette.
Trout rillette. Basically like a trout like dip that was kind of chunky. If I had to guess, it was like confit trout with like garlic and lemon and olive oil and stuff like that, along with like potato chips that you dip and eat it. That was really good. The second was from this Middle Eastern restaurant in Brooklyn called Al Badawi. They had hummus there that was really good, and I feel like that one's like pretty straightforward to make with a food processor. The third was from this restaurant called Cafe Mato, and their menu was kind of like different every week, but I feel like they always had fries on the menu that were like shoestring fries with this like herbs mixture. In terms of like veggies and soups, I didn't really have like a ton of things jump out at me, but the one that did was from this bar in Manhattan called Double Chicken Please. And they had this like cucumber side dish that I think was marinated in like koji and like some sort of pepper. So that could be an option. For the mains, one was again from that Middle Eastern restaurant, Al Badawi. They had a lamb chop that was really good. The second was from this restaurant called Mala Project. That was basically like dry pot Szechuan, where they take a bunch of like veggies and like meats along with like this like spicy like stir fry base and like saute together. And then the third was from this Peruvian restaurant that is actually I guess a chain in like the Maryland like DMV area called Sardi's. But it's basically like rotisserie chicken, Peruvian style, where they have like this like jalapeno cilantro dip, and it's like really tasty. So I'm kind of leaning towards that last one just because I also kind of miss it, and so I think it would be good. And then for desserts, only 2 things came to mind. The first was the oatmeal raisin cookies from Levain Bakery, but again, for like cookies, you need to be able to bake them. And then the last was mango sticky rice, which I feel like is pretty straightforward. The only hard part might be finding like a good mango that isn't like 10,000 yen here. But yeah, I think I have a pretty good idea of at least the options I have to work with. So I'll probably call it here for the night and then pick things back up in the morning. I have secured groceries. Honestly, I was able to find most of the stuff besides a couple key ingredients. The things that I missed might be the most important things, but one was jalapenos, which I was expecting to be difficult to find. Then the other was like this Peruvian chili paste. I was thinking as a substitute, for one, I'll use this sort of like sweet-ish pepper that I found. And then also I have yuzu kosho. So I was thinking between the two, hopefully it adds like a good flavor profile. But honestly, this is mostly just like a test run to see how it turns out. My partner is currently out, so I was figuring I should just try to make this now and see how it goes before committing to like, I don't know, this whole like set menu kind of thing. The only thing I'm trying to figure out now is whether I cook it all in a pan, and so just like pan sear the chicken pretty much, or do I like cook it most of the way in a pan and then try to finish it in the fish grill. I'm kind of leaning towards the latter because it just sounds kind of fun and it could turn out well. The only scary thing is that I feel like the fish grill temperatures are kind of fickle. It's kind of like a broiler pretty much, where it's just a really like powerful heat source. And so, yeah, I'm gonna try that out, see how it goes. Where the fuck is the joint for this? Yeah, fuck. Okay, let's see how it tastes. Oh wow. The sauce is really good. Wow, I feel like you could put that on like anything and it would taste good. In the future, I'd probably add like maybe some garnishes or like, I don't know, some greens on here to make it look less like dead or just like a little brighter. But I feel like the flavors are there. I'll probably marinate the chicken for longer when I do this for real. But yeah, honestly, overall, super happy with this. I think this one's pretty good. My partner's out for the day, so I'm gonna try making the dinner tonight. What I ended up landing on for the menu was the trout rillettes from Leland, along with the koji cucumbers from Double Chicken Please. For the main dish, the Peruvian chicken from Sardi's, and then for dessert, mango sticky rice. From no place in particular, just mango sticky rice. I feel pretty good about the Peruvian chicken, but for the trout rillettes, what I realized is that I think I need like a cooked, like smoked fish for this, which I was unable to find. So I kind of came up with a hack for that, but I'm not sure how that's going to turn out. For the koji cucumbers, I did some prep yesterday, and I think it's basically just shio koji, which is like salt and like fermented sort of rice, sesame oil, and Thai red chilies, but I'm not totally sure. And then for the mango sticky rice, I think the sticky rice seems pretty straightforward, but I was unable to find like ripe mangoes anywhere. I went to this like specialty Thai store in Shinjuku, and they had mangoes there, but they were like pretty hard, and so definitely not ripe yet. So I threw them in like a paper bag, and I'm hoping they ripen up. But yeah, I'm gonna grab a bite, head home, and then start cooking. All right, what I am doing now is confeing some fennel and garlic. Why confit fennel? Honestly, I saw like a 5-second Instagram posted by Leland a few years ago, and it seemed like it might be fennel. So it's kind of what I'm going off of. Otherwise, maybe it could be like onion, but I don't know. I found fennel, so figured I'd go for it. I've never confit stuff on the stove, but because this kitchen is induction, I think it should be possible to get it to be like a low simmer, let it go for like an hour or so. Recently, I've also been rewatching Japanese, I guess like TV shows and movies that I've seen before. I feel like especially when I'm cooking, I'm not always looking at the screen. So for stuff I've seen before, I feel like it makes for good listening practice because you kind of know what the plot should be. And then when you recognize like certain words or phrases, it's good practice to like piece together where the story's currently at. Okay, all of the dishes are themed around restaurants from the East Coast. I'm not gonna be too specific, but they're from the East Coast.
I already know what restaurant this is.
Okay, so try it first and let me know what you think it is.
Okay. That's so good.
All right, what do you think is the inspiration for this dish?
I forget the name, but it's the fish dish from Leland.
Yo, really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's pretty good.
it's so good. What's that called again?
But in English, it'd be fine to say rillette.
Trout rillette.
Yeah.
Thing is, I couldn't really find smoked trout.
It kind of tastes a little smoked.
The smoked is from smoked salmon.
Oh.
I think the one they use at Leland is like a whole sort of like cooked fish, versus I feel like smoked salmon, like lox, is like kind of raw fish that's been cured. All right. Second dish.
Wow.
I think this one might be a little bit harder.
The smashed cucumber of Chinese restaurant fame.
Maybe.
That's smashed cucumber, alright.
But if you had to guess where it's from, like what nah, I'm not gonna give hints. But like what smashed cucumber would have like red chilies and this white stuff on it, you know?
What is this white stuff?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's double chicken, please. The koji cucumbers.
Oh. Yeah, see, it would have, if I knew what koji looked like.
Yeah, it's also like, I don't think I actually nailed this one.
It's still really good.
Yeah, it still tastes good, but I feel like cucumbers always taste good. Okay, before this next course, do you want a drink pairing with your with your meal?
Yeah.
All right, we have two options.
Okay.
Be back. Cheers.
Thank you.
All right, dig in.
Wow. That's so good.
All right, what's your guess?
Sardines.
Oh, wow, got it right.
Dude, the sauce is so refreshing. It's also a little cold, which is nice. Juicy.
This one doesn't get a close-up because it looks like ass.
Are you gonna censor it? Oh wow. That's so good.
Yeah, it's all right.
Oh my god. Was this hard to make?
I think the hardest part's the mango. At least one of the mangoes is good.
That's so good. I guess it's not mango season.
I don't think so. I literally went in that grocery store. I started like feeling up every mango. I was like, come on, there's gotta be one that's soft.
Oh, you've really outdone yourself.
Really?
That's so good.
Thank you, thank you. Oh, it's so cold. I just stepped out to grab some cleaning supplies, but all in all, I feel like the dinner went pretty well. A couple of the dishes didn't go exactly as I planned, but I feel like it was all tasty, so I can't really complain. I feel like this is a good stopping point for the vlog, so I'm gonna end things here. Again, thank you for watching, and I will catch you all next time.